Yeah, what's up, my beautiful people? My name is Rosie, and this is Chill Chat with Rosie, where I get to chill with several different people while they share their unique stories of their journey and their experiences in the UAE. As I've always said, everyone has a story. Everyone is special, and each story is special, especially when it's being narrated by the owner of the story. By the way, how do you like my t-shirt? It's a gift, and I love it. Ooh, ooh, ooh. Of course, who doesn't like his face? His or her face on the whatever. Have you subscribed to my YouTube channel? In case you haven't, please do subscribe and don't forget to press the notification bell. So my guest all the way from Cameroon, and that is Mr. Lawrence. Hello and welcome to my YouTube channel. So, would you mind introducing yourself?
Hi everyone, my name is Lawrence Billy Graham's Numfor. I come from Cameroon. I am working here in the UAE as a sales director and an HR manager for Jobeco Food.
Okay, can you repeat your full name again?
Lawrence Billy Graham's Numfor.
Oh my goodness, Lawrence Billy Graham's Numfor. Oh, what
Correct.
are all those names for, surely? Welcome to my YouTube channel, and it's good to see you.
It's a pleasure having you.
Yes, thank you. We are here with Mr. Lawrence. I'll just call you Lawrence, only one
That's
name.
fine.
Yes,
Thank
at
you
least
so
to make
much.
it shorter, right? Yes. So Lawrence, within the current situation that we are going on, okay, with the pandemic and all that, most people lost their jobs. It means the world and life, we had to come back to the life whereby we are now, most people are job hunters. It means we have to come back to the world of rewriting our CVs and going for interviews. And I know that you're an expert on that aspect. What would you advise us in that aspect?
Yeah, thank you very much. Aside being a sales director, I'm also a human resource personnel, and I've conducted quite a good number of interviews trying to onboard candidates into the company, so I know what it takes. Well, the first point is it has to do with your CV.
Okay.
Once you don't have a professional CV, a CV that gives an image of yourself, that's where you start having it difficult to get a job.
Yeah, okay.
So it's all about getting your CV drafted by a professional that has to do with your skills, that talks about your experience and what you can do for the company. Because now in the HR system, there's a filtering system where all the CVs are put in, and with the keywords that the company needs, the system brings out those CVs, and those CVs can be reviewed. Other CVs that do not have those keywords will be rejected. Okay. So the advice I can give to applicants nowadays, now that it's really, really difficult to secure a job, is to get a professional CV.
Professional CV. Okay, so you've mentioned something to do with keywords. You say it's a machine that is
There's a software.
A software that is looking at specific keywords.
Very correct. It's a software for that.
Okay, so would you mind helping us and taking us through what are these keywords? Okay, not necessarily, you can't mention all of them, right? Yes, but then at least to give us an idea of what the keywords
yeah, correct. For example, it may be a position that has to do with management.
Yes, okay.
In management, we will therefore have to look for keywords like a team player,
okay,
like accountability, like business development. These are the keywords which, if they appear on your CV, the software will automatically bring up your CV and projects. And then we can review your CV. Without these keywords, because most errors applicants make is that when they see a position that has to do with management, they may take a CV that has to do with waiter or cleaning, helper, something like that.
Because that's what we've been doing. I mean, you have the same CV, then you'll change it a little bit in between. It's for customer service, you change it a little bit to
correct.
Yeah,
with that, you're just wasting your time. You're just wasting your time.
Now, about the CVs, are you suggesting that we use the professionals who make CVs for people, or someone can do for themselves, as in I can do my own CV, but in a professional way?
Yeah, you can do your own CV,
yes,
but then I would suggest that you get a professional CV writing company to do it for you.
Okay, the company,
because definitely they will take a sample of what you have and make it more professional.
More professional. Okay. An advice, guys, an advice for job hunters, an advice. Okay, so when it comes to interview questions, we've always known the questions. You go to the interview, tell us about yourself, and what are your strengths, what are your weaknesses, and what advice would you give for now? Because some of us, we went for interviews maybe 10 years ago, or we can't even remember.
Thank you very much. Actually, I will first of all want to tell viewers that when it comes to interview, there are certain points that we want to first of all observe and see.
Okay.
One, it's your comportment. If you are able to talk.
Okay.
Secondly, it's your physical appearance. Because appearance during interview matters a lot. You see, there are so many people who go for an interview so shabbishly dressed, exposed. We want to first of all look how decent you are in an interview.
Okay.
Now, the most common question that interviewers have often asked to maybe prospects or applicants is, tell me about yourself.
Yes.
We all know that question. It's very popular. Yeah, but there are certain things which we also want to get from, tell me about yourself. It's not just everything.
Yes.
We want to know your name. We want to know
from
where you're coming from.
You want to know my village?
No, your village. We are not interested about your village. We want to know your academic qualification, the experience you have gotten. Yeah, because it is from your experience we will also know if you are aligned with the objectives of our company or not, or what we are looking for. Yeah.
Oh, okay. So when that question is asked, you just don't need anything.
Well, no, sometimes.
Yes, I'm from Kenya. I am married. I am.
In brief, you could say my name is Lawrence Billy Grahams. I come from Cameroon. I'm a holder of a master's degree in human resource and management. I have worked for the oil and gas company for 5 years. I've got experience in managing personnel. I love your hobbies, I love,
hobbies also should be said there.
Exactly.
Okay.
Just in brief.
Okay. In brief, guys. Me, I'm learning. If you're not, I don't know how to help you. Anyway, so Lawrence, how long have you been here?
Well, I've been in the UAE for 9 years now.
For 9 years, quite a long time.
Yeah.
So within these 9 years, it is always, it falls under normal nowadays, yes. If you've been here for quite a while, then you'll find people who want to come and look for a job from back home, sometimes they would request you to host them, or they would, but by the time people come, now I'm talking about Cameroon because I've never had a guest from Cameroon, so I would just want to know how Cameroonians think, or how by the time they come from their countries, do they come here very well informed on how the system works here, or what sort of challenges have you been having? Have you hosted people?
Well, yeah, Rosie, I've hosted quite a good number of people, but before I answer that question, I would like to advise that when you are trying to relocate to a new country, it's good to have absolute knowledge or a maximum knowledge about that country, how it takes to settle there and get a new job. Because most people have fallen victim of certain circumstances where they just bring them into the country without giving them adequate knowledge of how the country runs. They just promise them jobs. Yeah, they come here with tourist visa, 3 months visa. At the end of the expiration date, they don't secure anything. That's because they were not properly oriented. I've hosted quite a good number of people in my house where they have become so frustrated in this country. They've got no money to go back home. Their visas are expired. They've searched for jobs they cannot have, and they don't have a place to stay. There's a testimony of a guy who was sleeping somewhere in a park, a ladies' park. Fortunately, he located a church. He met me in church. I think I gave a presentation in church, and immediately after that, he approached me and presented his situation to me. It was so heartbreaking. Believe me, I had to bring him into my house. I sponsored his visa change. I made sure he got a job. I fed him. I did everything, and today he is working with a very good salary.
Amen. That's what I'm saying. Amen on his behalf. That was
so. There's actually that challenge before you come into the country. It's good to know what prevails. It's good to prepare yourself financially because you are going to a strange land. You're not going to your mother's home. You're not going to meet your family members.
I'm telling you, yes, or your auntie.
Yeah, correct.
Okay, on the other world, you are holding leadership titles in your social world, in the social world.
Oh yeah.
Tell me about that.
Thank you very much. I'm a very sociable person. In the section of Cameroonians resident here, I used to be a Secretary General in the Assembly, but now I've handed over baton of leadership to someone else.
So there's handing over. You can choose.
I'm also getting old. I'm getting tired. I'm getting old and getting tired. That was in the Cameroon Association. We have also an association of the barefoot people because despite the fact that I come from Cameroon, we have a tribe
Oh, okay.
The Bafut people,
Okay.
where we have a cultural association here. I was also the Secretary General. Now I'm an advisor.
Okay. Cultural association.
Cultural association.
Ooh.
We identify ourselves. I mean, the clan from where we come from.
Okay.
We meet, we share, we eat our local dish, we dance our traditional,
okay, that's nice.
dance and a lot more.
Yes.
So at the moment, I'm now an advisor, and recently the king of our tribe appointed me as an elder.
So back in your country, back in Cameroon,
Correct.
your king from your tribe
From our tribe.
is aware of this association.
It's well aware, and he has
okay.
endorsed everything, and we are well known. And I have a title, I have a name that he has given me.
Tell me the name.
Well, the name it's called Ntimfo.
Ntimfo.
Ntimfo simply means the one who takes care of the king.
Okay, Ntimfo.
Yeah, Ntimfo.
Hey, I think I called it right. It feels nice. Yes, Ntimfo.
Yeah, Ntimfo.
Okay. Okay. So Ntimfo, let me come to your
Thank you,
personal,
Rosie.
your personal life a little bit. So you're married, right?
Yes, Rosie, I'm
You're
married.
married. So is your family here?
Well, my family is here, and I really don't know how to do it.
Yes.
My family is on and off. I'm married
Okay.
to a beautiful wife.
Okay. Wow.
She was
Hey,
with
wife.
Me. She's called Florence. My name is Lawrence. She's called Florence.
Wow.
What a blessing from God.
Very serious blessing.
Yeah, so she used to be here in the United Arab Emirates, but because we want to secure a brighter future for our kids, she had to go back to Cameroon to pursue an education. She holds an HND in nursing.
Nursing.
Yeah,
okay.
so we decided that she should pursue a bachelor's degree in nursing.
Bachelor degree. So why does it mean the qualification she had was not enough to get a job?
The qualification is enough to get a job. Others are working here with such qualifications, but we have secondary plans. We have future plans.
Future plans, yeah.
Because we do not see our future in this country.
Dubai. Ooh,
yeah, we see it somewhere else.
Okay, why?
Well, I believe that somewhere else is much better than here.
Did you just say that?
Well, here it's very good. Here in Dubai, it's very good, but I believe that somewhere it would much better than here.
Okay. So Lawrence, everybody has a journey, okay?
Correct.
And we all start from somewhere.
Correct.
So back home, when you were still back home, the first time you came to this country, why did you just choose Dubai? Why Dubai? And what made you come?
Well, Rosie, the unfortunate thing is that I really didn't grow in my home.
Oh, okay.
Yes. I come from a family where my parents were staunch Christians.
Okay.
So actually I was born in Cameroon, and I did my primary school in Cameroon.
Okay.
And my secondary and university was out of Cameroon in South Africa. That was because my parents, who are missionaries, were moved to South Africa. My dad was lecturing in the faculty of theology there in KwaZulu-Natal. So we were actually living in Johannesburg, where I did my education, and I did my master's there in human resource. Because I wanted to do what he was doing. I had to enroll now for a degree program at KwaZulu-Natal. And I believe me, I have bachelor's of theology. I have bachelor's degree in theology.
Okay.
So with that, they were moved back to Cameroon, but unfortunately something happened and they both lost their lives. I became an orphan at that time. So that was around 2012. So it was so heavy for me to bear. I couldn't cope, being the only one. I mean, I was...
You're the only kid?
For now, I'm the only kid because others died. It's a long story. I wouldn't go into that as well. So with that, it became emotionally loaded for me. And I'm like, let me leave Cameroon and relax my mind somewhere. And at that time, the only place I could think of that was faster and quicker for me to leave Cameroon was Dubai.
Why? Why was it quicker?
Well, it was quicker because at that time their visa procedure was quite, you could easily get
the visa.
Other than other countries where you have to go to the embassy. I didn't want to go back to South Africa. Because the incident there will always make me remember.
So you've never gone to South Africa until today?
No, I've been going for business trips anyway.
Business trips.
Yeah, but I tried to put that behind me.
Behind you.
So that it should not affect my future. So the only place, thank you, the only place I could think of was Dubai. I had a friend here whom I knew in church. So he told me, please, why don't you come and rest here? So he personally got me a 1-month visa. And I immediately paid my flight and came. When I was coming, I hadn't any intentions to settle here, get a job. But within 3 weeks, I'm like, God, I can't go back to Cameroon. It's when I think of the incident of my parents, I become weak. Yeah, so I decided to let me get a job. Behold, within the first 3 months, I got a job. I don't know how I applied, but I just got a call. Please, are you Lawrence? You applied for this position. Can you come for an interview?
Yes.
Behold, it was for a receptionist position.
Okay.
Yeah. So when I went, there were so many people. I got a job. I was the only one selected. I worked for 3 months. The people saw that what I'm doing, it's not my level. I mean, it's below my level.
Yeah, of course.
And then they took me up now to become the PA to the owner of the company, owner of a real estate company.
It was a real estate.
Yeah.
Okay.
There, it was quite exciting. I worked for 2 good years.
Yes. Okay.
Now, the good thing is, as I was working, I decided to invest in myself because I looked at the front, at the back. I've got no one who's going to sponsor me any further. My father is not, my mother is not, it's me and God. So I decided to start taking my salary and doing courses. You know, I enrolled at the Zabel Institute.
Zabel, yes.
Yeah, Zabel Institute at Bord Dubai.
Yes, Bord Dubai.
I got the certificate. I decided to do online courses as well in human resources. I got the certificate, and later I did another certification course at the Blue Ocean Academy to be well known as you know, an international management, human resource manager.
Oh, okay.
So that is what has brought me to this level. Believe me, it has not been an easy journey.
Yes.
It has not been an easy journey. I was also thinking of, oh, I need a wife, I need to settle down, I need families.
So, by the way, this wife part, so how did you and your wife meet? Because you don't want to go to Cameroon.
Yeah.
And she's Cameroonian, right?
She's Cameroonian.
Yes.
Well, for my wife, I started talking with her.
You're showing up.
Well, it's a bit personal, but I'm very free to talk about it because I'm that kind of person who lives a very good life.
Yes.
I started talking with my wife long time back when I was still in Cameroon.
Oh, okay.
Then we were just friends.
Yes.
And at that time, I didn't even know the father was working with the army. So suddenly they relocated to the US. I was like, maybe I've lost this lady. But with time, conversation kept on. We were talking and talking, but things were not getting serious. Then we got to a certain point, things became so serious. She flew here, she visited, she went back, you know, with that, and finally we said yes.
That's nice, like you. You see, you had to get someone who at least, you know.
She's my mother now. Oh my God.
Yes, I can imagine. Congratulations, wifey. Congratulations, our sister.
Thank you so much.
Okay, so with this current job that you're doing, hey, you travel too much. The last time I called you.
Oh yeah.
And my sister told me that, oh, he's going to this country, this country, this country, this country.
Correct.
With this time of pandemic and traveling all those countries, how hectic has it been?
Actually, it's really, really something to talk about. Even though people see traveling from outside to be fun, it's exciting.
Yes.
It is only when they get into it, then they can know. It not, especially during this COVID. Traveling is fun when you're going for vacation. But when it's work-related, believe me, it's not fun. Now, during this COVID, it's quite challenging because you know, there are a lot of restrictions at the airport, at the countries where you're traveling to. So much so that you find it very difficult, one, to get the visa of that country, first of all. Two, to get into that country. Because once you successfully get the visa of the country, to get into that country, it's a problem at the immigration police. Now, I'll give you a little story about what happened to me in one country.
Yes.
Maybe I don't want to mention.
Yes, okay.
Yeah, in Africa. When I got there, initially, before traveling to that country, I get the visas from Abu Dhabi. Okay. It's very easy. I submit the documents, the visa is posted on my passport, and I travel. But this time around, during COVID, things changed. Everything was online.
Yes.
Paid $100, everything, submitted documents. But the visa never came. An email came for me to present a paper at the immigration while entering the country. But when I got there, immigration stopped me and said, no, I can't enter.
Why?
They made me, because the visa is not stamped. Okay. They said I should have waited till their response. But then appointments there, I had appointments already scheduled.
Yes.
So at the immigration, they were like, they have to send me back. Okay. They made me sleep. I slept at the airport. Then I called one of our distribution companies. They came, met the immigration officers the following day. Yes. You know, did some stuff, and then the visa came out posted. And then. Yes, okay. Then I entered the country. So there are a lot of restrictions in so many countries. It's quite challenging. That you can't be prepared for in advance. Exactly. Yes, exactly. Yes, because we've had scenarios where you find people have come to do PCR. Where I work, we are handling PCRs. So you find someone has done PCR, and then let's say you're leaving Dubai, you're going to another country,
And the restriction about the hours, that the validity of the PCR
Yeah,
here,
exactly.
then when the person enters that country, the validity is different, and so much chaos. I wouldn't want to travel now.
But when I get into the country, normally validity is 72 hours.
Yes.
If I have to spend 3 days in that country, and when you do the test, maybe it takes 24 hours before the results are issued.
Yes.
Therefore means I'll have to do another test.
PCR. Yes.
2 days in advance before my exit day. So it's quite challenging.
It's really
and you know the feeling to insert, insert.
I call it abuse. I call it abuse because it's officially an abuse. It's called an abuse. Yeah. So another thing. So how about your morning? You have your morning program. There is a program that you normally handle on Facebook.
Oh yeah, I have a Facebook program. I have a page there. Lawrence Billy Grahams is my name on that page, and it's actually morning talk show.
A morning talk show.
Yeah.
Yes.
So it's actually a program where I encourage people every morning before they get to their job sites.
Okay. Before we continue, what inspired you to do that?
So what actually inspired me to begin the morning talk show is because when I look at our environment, people have a lot of difficulties, challenges, hardships that they are passing through.
Yes.
So I mean, I'm a kind of peaceful person. I love peace and I love to encourage. I have used my challenges to be a point of focus. I use it as an example to encourage others.
Okay.
Yeah. So I am motivated by what I have gone through. I use it now as a point to motivate others who might be going through such situation or challenges in life, so that they know that life is not all about what we see, but life is beyond what we see.
Beyond what we see.
Correct.
Oh, amazing. Okay, so this.
Oh, it's we see GLG.
GLG, Greater Light of God.
Greater Light of God.
What's up with that?
Well, Greater Light of God is my ministry. That's where I've submitted under the administration of Pastor Ekefils Oko.
Okay.
I love his ministration. Actually, before submitting under his ministration, I have followed him on Facebook several times. There are lots of preachers here in the UAE that have followed up, but for this particular man, I submitted under his ministration because he is more focused towards the direction where I want.
Where you want.
Some people will talk about money, some people talk about this, but this one dwells on the word. He teaches the word. He preaches the word. He spends his time to pray on people. Reasons why I had to submit under his ministration.
Oh, okay, that's amazing. So you wear it every time?
Well, not every time, but often.
Most of the time. Okay. So, Lawrence, any advice you'd like to advise any type of a person? As in one advice you would advise anybody?
Yeah, the only advice I can give, which is what I am living, is live a peaceful life. Refrain from people or from areas that will endanger your life, that will not guarantee your future. Work hard, irrespective of whether you have parents or you don't have parents. Work hard to secure a future.
A future, okay. Correct. A future for yourself.
For yourself.
Okay, so peace and work hard to secure a future for yourself. Okay. Have you ever had scenarios where they've mistaken you from Nigerians? Because Cameroonians and Nigerians, even for me, you guys look alike.
Yeah,
so much alike.
You're very right, Rosie.
Yes.
There are so many times most people have looked at me and they call me a Nigerian.
Yes.
I think there's a particular tribe from Nigeria, they call the Igbos.
Oh,
they
Igbo,
say
yes.
I look like an Igbo
You look
man.
like an Igbo.
I talk like an Igbo man.
Okay,
well,
yes.
they may be right in a way, but not that I am. But because I associate with so many of them. And where I worship, there are so many of them. And now, if you look at history, we, the English-speaking Cameroonians, we were initially Nigerians.
Yeah. Okay, by the way, for those who do not know, Cameroon is divided into two. We have the English, the Anglophone, and the Francophone.
Very correct.
So you're from the English. Of course, you're speaking good English. So he's from the English side. Yes. Okay?
Yeah, initially we were Nigerians.
Okay.
As history tells us, we walked out of the Eastern Regional House in Enugu to join the French Cameroon. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Meanwhile, the other English part of Cameroon in the north joined the Nigerians. Remained with the Nigerians.
So they stayed with the Nigerians.
Yes. Then we of the south, we left and joined the French.
Okay. Okay. It's good to know that. Okay, guys. So it's that time. So we've come to the time for Rozzie's rapid questions. And okay, you are in an island, and you must have one thing. What would it be?
In an island? I have a life jacket.
Where will you get a life jacket? Crazy. You just got a bank alert right now. Bam! 1 million dirhams. What will be the first thing you'll do?
Transfer to my bank account at home.
Okay. What's your ideal type of a woman? I know you're married. But what's your ideal type of a woman?
Tall, slim, like me, no big ass, no big boobs.
Jamani, what's the strangest thing you've ever done?
The strangest thing I've ever done?
Yes.
It's trying to consume what I have never consumed before.
What is that?
Of course, you know.
Describe yourself in 3 words.
Tall, smart, and humble.
Ooh.
Yeah.
What's your best song?
My best song is like the music or the genre of music.
Any.
Because I love gospel music.
You like gospel? Okay,
yes.
Which one? Which song? Do you have one specific song that you like?
Anasi hallelujah, Anasi hallelujah, Jehovah meliwo. Judike, you know.
It's Judike's song?
Yeah.
No, I've never known. I know the song, but I don't. I've just had it sung.
I love it. I really don't know how to sing it, but I love it.
Yes. Okay. What's your ideal type of a vacation?
Oh, a vacation.
Yes.
I love a vacation that will take me to a distant area together with my wife. We have
Hey, wifey!
We visit places that I've never visited before or
Yes.
never dreamt of visiting before.
Like which one?
Like an island, go to the forest, visit, zoo, see animals, have maybe fun time in a flying boat.
If I told you were not to be a Cameroonian, which other nationality would you like to be?
Ghanaian.
Why?
For Ghanaians, I love their culture. I've studied about them a little. I love the way they speak and the way they comport.
Oh, really?
Second nationality, I would have loved to be a Kenyan. Oh, you are Kenyan, you see now?
Don't say why. If anybody wants to know why, look for me.
Oh, yeah.
So you got an opportunity to speak to Sheikh Matum. What would you tell him? Yes.
If I've got an opportunity to speak to Sheikh Matum, I'm just going to congratulate him.
Okay. For what exactly?
For the way he has transformed the country to be what it is today.
Okay.
If we look at UAE in the past years and today, you will see that there has been a drastic change.
So much, yes.
Change which other countries cannot experience.
Of course.
Especially our African countries. Sorry to say so.
Okay, guys, seems like I can ask anything, I can say anything, but I don't want to take advantage of that. So we've come to the end of the show, and thank you for staying till the end of the video. It was nice having you. Thank you for embracing Chill Chat with ROZZIE.
Thank you very much.
Guys, I hope you've subscribed. If you haven't, please do subscribe. Don't forget to press the notification bell and give me a thumbs up whether you like it or not.
Oh, yes.
Don't forget to share, like, subscribe, say something in the comment section. And I love you guys, and you are special. You have anything to tell them, Billy?
Thank you very much, guys, for watching and for listening to what we've shared here. Thank you, ROZZIE, for your inspiration. And I know that this is going to create an impact in the life of those who watch us right now. And don't fail to subscribe and click on the notification bell.
Yeah. Ciao, ciao. Love you.
See you.
Mwah, 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 mwah.